Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for Just Pure Talk. Yes, we just finished our French podcast, and now we're kicking off the English one with all the best of the best here tonight. We got a special invite, Evil here, that's with it, Evil Child, that's with us. Yes, and I think, is it the first that I see you live?
Me?
Did I ever see you live? Yeah, like live.
Yeah, well, on the stream when I was streaming, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So glad to have you
did
aboard.
stream with us a couple times, but it's very
no.
it's
You're
very
right.
kind to be on tonight, and I'm actually invading his home.
Yeah, he's in my living room right now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's in your living room. Okay, so you guys are like both together. That's so fun to say that you guys could see each other. I can't wait, Sam, to come. You come in Canada. I'm going to get fed up, and I'm going to go in Colorado. Yeah,
we come up there and bug you because we're going to go eat poutine.
Yeah, you do. We'll do a poutine show.
Lots of
we got truck. We got truck, Sam.
Hello. If you irritate Evil can come over and pop you one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's more than welcome. We should do how do you call these guys? A thing like that, a gathering, or what do you call it?
We should do a get together or
get together. Yeah, a get together. We figure out a place and then we all go there. Yeah.
Me and Evil have been having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very thankful for his hospitality, his wife's hospitality to let us in and do this stuff and let me steal him for a few days. And we've had one heck of an adventure together, and it's been awesome.
and that's, people that sometimes think, or not think, but people sometimes will say, hey, people in the gaming world, the podcast world, or all these things, do they see really each other, or do they have fun? Look, you got the pure example. They're both together right now.
Oh, well, yeah.
Me and Evil have been playing games since 2009? Earlier, I think.
A little bit earlier than 2009, because we were doing EVE Online together.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we've been...
and it was literally like a bump in the night, and it was a friend of a friend that kind of got us together. Yeah. And then we find out that we kind of have the similar military careers and stuff like that. And it was, so we just hit it off. It hit off well, and we've been friends online ever since.
It won't sound like they hooked you up on a date.
And that was the first time I came out and visited. I can't remember what year that was.
I think it was around either like right before my diagnosis. So I think about 2014, 15. It was between 2014 and 2016.
Has it been 10 years?
Yeah, roughly almost.
Since the last time we saw each other?
Mm-hmm.
So
he came out.
I just happened to be out here for a conference in the Washington State area. And I was like, okay, I got to call this guy. We'll meet up. We'll do like lunch or breakfast or something. Kind of see how it goes. And then we ended up doing dinner with the wives and then we've been friends online ever since. So
yeah.
Oh wait, so do we have to do a dinner with our wives? Okay.
You don't
it
have
would probably help,
but it does help. I mean,
he goes, hey, okay, I'm gonna have to go down. I know I'm gonna when I get down to college.
I am actually trying to plan to come up.
Yeah, you're trying to plan to come up and see me, but I know you're going to be taking your trucking.
I will be taking my truck. Well, I just did an awesome trip. We're going to sideline here a little bit, but I just did in Plain, Washington. They have an overlanding event this time of year, and I went, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Rigs of every type and size, everything from Subarus to daily drivers to vans to four-wheel drive trucks like mine. I mean, four-wheel drive trucks that are more incredible than mine. I mean, just diesel rigs on down to the Subaru. It was absolutely beautiful. All kinds of different equipment and trailers and cabins and all kinds of stuff that you could put in them and do with them. And what was really cool is if you're into the four-wheel driving off-road thing, the lady speaker that was there this year was the lady that drove the Darien Gap, which the Darien Gap exists between Panama and Colombia. There's no physical road between those two countries. So when you do the South Pan American Highway, you do the Southern Highway, you actually have to travel via ferry between countries to continue on. There's no physical road. These guys did it in a Jeep, and their story is amazing because it took them like 3 or 4 attempts with different vehicles, with different Jeeps. But the Jeep that they had there actually made it. They had the Jeep at the show, and she was that amazing woman. The story she tells about her husband, which I believe he's passed now, just absolutely amazing. And then meeting all these people, they're so friendly, and they all want to give you good advice on like, you can do this, and you can do this, and the most budget-friendly advice, which is not common when you're talking to other vendors in other industries. You know, they want to sell you the biggest, the baddest, the most expensive piece of equipment known to man, and they're like, look, this is the one that's going to work the best. Get this. I don't sell this, but go see John over there. John sells that. He's got the
Marvelous.
So it's a great community of people.
Yeah. Just taking a moment before we kick off really a lot of stories and stuff like that, like we usually do, ladies and gentlemen, please join. If you're on my personal Facebook, please zip to the Les Productions Vermes, Vermes Production, but I'll say it in French because it's written in French, so Les Productions Vermes, and you can chat with us. While you're in that chat box, it's gonna show up here on the side, and then we can answer your questions and have fun with you guys like we always do every week. So you go join up there and leave Vermes Production. I'm going to be changing it and stop screening it on my personal Facebook, just so this can become a little bit more people gather at the right place to make sure that we can get this chat, because they chat with pages, not with the Facebook but plus the pages. Oh, that's complicated. And come and see us on our YouTube also. There we go. Hey, you move happy. There we go.
Beat me to it.
Yeah.
I was just sending it to her too.
Yeah,
hey,
that's awesome. Thanks for being here.
Can you bring me my phone so I can text my dad?
So, Akai, since you're on it, you guys have been doing a couple of things this week, I think. Eh?
We have had quite the adventure. Evil has been a great guest or a great host. I mean,
That's
the guest. But
you're the guest.
Yeah, well, we've had a few scotches this afternoon.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
And we went king salmon fishing the other day, and what an awesome time. We went to, was it called the Bubble? Evil?
Yes. So where I'm at, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and I recently acquired a 26-foot Tollycraft 1976 or 1976.
Beautiful boat.
I love my boat. Still got a lot of work to do, but I'm working on it. I was able to get a chance to take. I got a chance to take DJ Kai out with me. We went out. We went out early morning. And
Hi, Cedric.
Hello. But
podcast with me in French. Yeah.
But I wasn't sure. Like, I was a little nervous because I'm like, this is me, my first time bringing him out to the Bubble. This is like a little section of area on the ocean that kind of belongs to the tribe, but this is where they do a lot of salmon stocking and a fishery, and so you're allowed to catch fish right there, right in front of their area, and it's open to the public from like Friday to Monday. And I lost track of my days, and so Akai shows up, and I'm like, oh. And I thought I had planned for Monday and Tuesday. It ended up being for Monday, and it was amazing. Me personally, I caught the biggest fish that I've ever caught in my whole life.
It was huge.
And Sam was able to pull in a fish as well. He pulled in a 10-pounder.
Woo!
And he pulled in they call it a, excuse me. It's a resident. So it's an actual standard salmon. Other ones are from the fishery. They've been hatched. They have their dorsal fin they have a lack of one dorsal fin. And this man was like a champ. I actually made a video of him pulling this thing in. It was amazing. So,
wow. Hey, if you had a video, you should have told us. We could have pulled it up and showed it live.
Oh, we do have a video, and I think Evil can provide that. If not, it's on.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll try to send it my way. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
and
so Scotch,
we
fishing.
But fishing's 15 seconds of fame and 2 hours of trying to catch again. So we were out there fairly early in the morning. We paid our dues, driving down there, all the gas to get to that location because it was a pretty good distance away. And a lot of trolling back and forth and switching out lures and finding out what was going to hit right. And once we found out what was hitting right, we did good and found our depth. And there was a lot of boats that were not happy with us because we were catching all the fish and they weren't. And I didn't understand this, but Evil's like, well, people usually only catch one salmon all day there.
Okay.
And we landed 3 in 5 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of people were upset.
We did good.
We did super. One of the guys, and I have a Facebook group of fishermen that I'm on, and they're like, 3 in the bubble in 5 hours. You need to go and get a lottery ticket. This doesn't happen. And it happened.
Oh, and they were huge fish. They were just huge fish.
I'm trying to get the photos I just put up the video. I have not got a chance to edit, and so the vocals, there might be some inappropriate.
Are they Scotch vocals?
We
They're
were freaking out and happy.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
Let's see if I can find
it was a fun time. And we went kokanee salmon fishing today. Was that right?
Yeah,
right word?
kokanee. We went for kokanee.
Kokanee salmon. What's kokanee salmon?
It's a smaller salmon. It's a landlocked salmon. It lives in the lakes. And we had 0 luck. So that's why they call it fishing, not catching. But nobody else was having luck around us either. It was just a dead day for catching fish. So
okay.
But
crazy.
It was fishing.
So what's the limit on
bad
that?
day of fishing still beats a good day of working. So
what's the limit for catching fish?
For kokanee, it was 10 per person. For salmon in the bubble was 2 per person over 24 inches. Is that correct? Or 22 inches?
It had to be bigger than 22 inches.
22 inches.
Wow.
I just saved this
the fish the Evil caught, kid you not. We put it in a 5-gallon bucket. I thought the 5-gallon bucket was going to fall over. We put it in a big 3-foot cooler, and the tail was hanging out the other side. It was massive. Okay. And then they were telling me stories about guys that were catching 50-pounders in that area. And that was 20 pounds. I can't even imagine what a 50 pounds. I mean, it'd be a sea monster. Be huge.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to send you over the photo of the fish that we caught. Give me a second. Maybe you can show it. Trying to find everything. Yeah. Oh, I've sent the video to you on Discord because it's pretty large.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah. And so just a phenomenal time. But literally, for instance, I'll back up. I started out my trip driving through Colorado, went north through Colorado, ended up crossing Wyoming on Highway 80. A lot of Highway 80 was that dusky purple, sun going down, driving through the plains of Highway 80. It was absolutely beautiful. I spent the night at a rest stop somewhere in Wyoming. And then I drove into Utah the next day, got an oil change. Yeah, that's me with the green jacket and the life jacket on with the pole. We hit play there. We're getting it on here, and this gentleman over here is Anthony. It's in the middle. He's actually hanging off the back of the boat onto the swim deck with the net.
Wow.
He's going for it, man. He is not letting this one get away. And because like I said, it's really rare to catch that many fish in the bubble and we were dialed in.
That was beautiful. How long was it?
That one was a 22-inch, a little bit over 22 inches.
No, that one was bigger. The
Oh,
first one
bigger.
was 20 something.
Yeah, the first one was about 22. This one that Akai caught, I'm not exactly sure how long it was because I didn't measure.
15 or 20 pounds.
Mine was 16 pounds. Akai's was 10 pounds.
And mine was 10 pounds.
Whoa. Yeah, you gave us pictures, eh? Okay, wait, I'm going to show the pictures. You gave us pictures here.
There's a picture of all three of us holding up the fish.
Yeah, there we go. Give me a sec. I'm getting in. Oh, not there.
And
yeah.
But I stopped in Eugene, Oregon for a while. Yeah, there's all three of us holding the fish. There we go. Look at that hog that Evil's got in his hands. It's just massive.
I can barely hold that thing up.
It was heavy. Heavy.
Can you make that bigger? So
yeah, give me a second. Oh, it's not going on the right browser. That's why.
It's okay.
And
yeah, sorry, I'm trying to get on the browser. It doesn't want to open on the right browser. Okay, so you got that one, and then you got this one.
That's the same. So that big fish I'm trying to hold on to, that's the one I caught, and that's how big it is.
Wow.
It's a big fish. And we're not small guys.
No.
We're big guys. We're 6 foot tall guys. So to give people out there in the audience an idea of how big we are, we're 6 foot tall dudes. That's a big fish.
Like I said, I told my family about it, and I've caught fish, right? I'm from Minnesota. I'm a lake fisherman. I've caught large 34-inch, northerns, things like that, but nothing prepares you for a 16-pound fish that is, huge. I mean, I almost want to be in tears because it was such an amazing event for me, and I was so happy to share it with Akai because I try to fish every weekend, but this time I was able to put me and my crew and Akai on the fish to where we could get it, and it was amazing. The guy Anthony, that's my first mate, and he's
got a YouTube channel, right?
He's got a YouTube channel. I am not.
You can shut it out.
Well, the problem is that I'm not sure exactly what the YouTube channel is because he's working on it. He's slowly getting things together right now. There's a lot of his Facebook posts.
When we find out what his YouTube channel is, we need to shout it out for him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
His wealth of knowledge when it comes to fishing is boundless.
Oh, yeah. He's a great guide. He's, I've hooked up with him. I hooked up at the beginning of the season because I really didn't have a fishing buddy, per se. And then my boat is so big that I'm not comfortable with running my boat by myself. And so I hooked up with him, and he's like, we tried doing bottom fishing, which is called ling. There's bottom fishing for what's called ling cod. They call them the dragonfish. They're massive mouths. They're like the minimum for those is like 32 inches, and the maximum is 34. Has to be in that range, otherwise you have to throw them back. And these things are amazing. Yeah,
if you buy a ling cod, it's about $26 a pound.
Yeah, they're amazing cooking, amazing eats. But we tried our best, but I just couldn't get in the groove. And I thought that was a curse on my boat, really. And like
getting you guys were on it. They just weren't big enough.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah, they weren't big enough for some of the issues that we've had. But yesterday was just amazing to just be on the fish, getting those massive fish with Sam or Akai, and it was great. I mean, it was really, really great to have him here. It's been amazing. It's so nice to have somebody that's been in your life for so long from a distance to be there, and then be able to give them quote unquote an adventure. This was great.
Hey, just saying hi to Squeaker Squeakman, who's joined and saying hello all. So just let you guys know. Yeah, welcome aboard. Welcome to family.
And now I got to get up to Verm.
Yeah,
that's the goal now. I got to find a way up to Verm's area.
We can fish. I maybe don't got these great legs like you guys got, but
you guys got some good fishing up there.
Meet in the middle. Come down here. Come to where the Pacific Northwest.
We'll work something out.
We'll get it. We're working on it.
Talk about it. Work something out. And while we're talking, you guys have been talking. What about Truck Sam? How's your week? I mean, you're quiet in your
You were here last week.
Because they have a lot of stories to say, so we're going to let you talk a bit.
I'm doing fine.
Smart, eh?
DOT treating you fair?
Yeah. I had no issues with them. I had one last couple weeks ago pull me over on the side of the road, do an inspection. Pull it up. Says,
that's always fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely when they pull up your driver's side window going down the interstate and they hold up the sign saying, "Follow me." It's like, really?
My favorite thing to tell those guys is they're like, "Oh, we're going to do a DOT inspection." And I'd be like, "I don't care. I get paid by the hour. Go right ahead."
I get paid if I pass the DOT inspection. I get paid nice little money too, so I'm happy about it.
Sorry, I'm hiding your face.
Last week why I couldn't be on was I was halfway through my DOT break, because being a trucker, you don't know what shift you're working. Sometimes you're doing mornings, sometimes you're doing afternoons, sometimes you're doing overnight, like I'm doing tonight. Just waiting for them to call me so I can get into a door and get loaded.
Yep. But what's Vern been up to this week?
Vern's been on vacation.
I call shenanigans and lies.
Yeah, because I decided, I said, okay, I got to take a break. So I called it off. Today, what are we today? 25th. So yesterday was our Saint Jean Baptiste. So it's our collective Quebec, how can I say, gathering, almost like you guys, the 4th of July.
Okay.
So it's our kind of 4th of July for Quebec. And on the 1st, it's going to be the 4th of July for Canada. I'm saying the 4th of July because it's the same thing you do. It's the, how do you call it?
Thing, like an Independence Day type thing.
Yeah, I know. It's National Day. It's whatever we call it here. I think we call it more Patriotic Day for the Quebec, and then for Canada, it's the National Day. So, and then everybody's off, taking a break. And I said, hey, I'm taking the 4 days off completely because I'm getting myself ready for the next rodeo. So, having on Friday, I'm going to be working the whole weekend at the rodeo. I'm going to have to try to stream at the rodeo because I want to show.
I thought you were going to do that this year. You said you were going to do those.
Yeah, a lot of stuff I got to do. I was supposed to do even interviews, and we have so much. There's so much more work than usual. So, but I mean, I'm with my son, so I can take it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to stream. I'll stream this weekend. So at least at Kai, you'll be able, and the team, you'll be able to see maybe a little bit about it when you're going to see it pop up, because you guys know when it pops up. So I'll stream a little bit off my phone just to give a glimpse to the people what's going on. But I'll do it on a Saturday, because Saturday night there's more action.
I'll try to be there.
Well, it's going to be on stream. It's going to be on stream. If I record it, you're going to be able to see it afterwards.
I won't be home.
No, that's it. No, but I mean, are you going to be home Friday?
I will drive into town Friday. I pick up my kid and I leave immediately for the weekend. With my son.
Okay. Well. Anyways, it's going to be recorded, so you're going to be able to see.
If I have cell phone service, I will log in and see it.
And say hi.
Yeah, I did get a new device when I was at the overlanding show.
Okay.
And I don't know if this would be help. I don't know if you have phone signal all over Canada where you're going, but
yeah.
There's a lot of places where I don't have cell phone signal at all, and so I picked up this device. It's called Spot X. Okay. And they had a heck of a deal at the show. It was like $250 for the device, and that included the year subscription.
Spot X.
And it's a satellite device, so I can send satellite text messages and locations like, hey, I'm located here, I'm okay. I can load up a bunch of pre-programmed messages, and for the money I can send 100 messages a month, receive and send.
Okay. So it's not like Elon Musk's internet.
No, it's I look at satellite phones, and satellite phones are like $100 to $150 a month subscription, where this one's less than $20 a month.
Yeah.
So maybe a little over $20 a month. But but it's that peace of mind where I can send a message, hey, I'm okay, and we're here. And that way, you know, your spouse can, or your loved one can look it up on a map and say, oh, okay, he's safe and he checked in at this location.
Okay. So that's good. So communication more easier, because sometimes cell phones don't work all over, eh?
Yeah, and it's like if you have an emergency or whatever, there's an SOS button on it. You hit that, they'll text you and figure out what's wrong. If you don't respond, and then they send out the cavalry.
It's a cool little device. I really like it.
It's tiny. It's like literally like, you know,
yeah,
probably double the size of a regular mouse. It's
okay. That's good. So I mean, okay. So is that only in the States?
Huh?
Is that only in the States?
No,
or can I buy Canada too. It is in Canada too?
Yeah.
Because there's so much stuff going on and being sold there. You want to have no more cable. You want this. You want that. We don't even know what's true anymore.
Man, I tell you what,
they have.
I met some interesting people at this show that they were full-time overlanders, and they were running plants in California and, you know, shops in this state and that state. And they literally traveled around the country year round, worked remote out of their vehicle. And if it wasn't for Starlink, they wouldn't have their jobs.
Starlink, that's it. Yeah. Because Starlink's I think it's really good. I know it's Elon Musk stuff, but it's really good, eh?
So
yeah, there were a lot of overlanding vehicles up there with Starlink antennas on top of them.
And as somebody who has installed Starlink is the up and coming forefront of broadband or high end communication.
Yeah.
I trust me, it's a good secondary networking system or internet service provider that you can get. I would like to get the mobile one for my boat because I
forget how much it is a month though. It's like $250 or something a month. Isn't it?
No, so it's about I think it's about $250, but it's like $500 for the satellite to get started.
Yeah,
and I've
set a couple $250 a month after that.
Yeah, I had a customer that lives out here that lives deep in the back of my area, and she's on the line where they won't actually install any more internet starting with 150 at core cost. Yeah, hardware cost is 490. Yeah, she was on a dial-up service, and she was still at this day and age only getting 5 megabytes down. Okay. And maybe 1 megabyte up. She hated her internet service. I talked to her to getting Starlink. She got it. Now she's pulling like 100 megabytes or more down, and almost the same going up. And she's absolutely happy with technology again. I mean, it's worth it for people who are out in nowhere, or especially if you're traveling. Like DJ Kai, if you're traveling, you have that little mobile device, mobile satellite, put it on your car or sit it out on the, next to you while you're sitting there needing to get on the internet, doing a podcast, you have internet.
Yeah.
And is it high speed?
Yeah.
It is high speed. It's absolutely phenomenal. You can game on it. You can do video conferencing on it. And these people are out in the middle of nowhere on Starlink, and it's just phenomenal.
I heard that if you're moving, like if you're changing geolocation, if I remember right, that they charge you more for that.
I'm not sure about
that. I mean, but I know if you're stationary and you're using it.
Because I remember running across a video on YouTube, and they were talking about people that were using it while they were camping. They were changing different locations.
But if you get charged more for that, is that really an inconvenience? I mean, these people are. If you go from being 150 to 250, an extra $100 because you change the location every 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
So when I looked it up, it is still what Ragnar put out there. It's $150 per month for unlimited data. And if you need more, there you go. Vampy's putting it up there too. If you need more connection, you can pay more between $250 to $5,000 for priority data plan. So like if you're working and you're traveling and you need to have that so you can do work from home stuff, and you're like RVing or as overlanding as Akai does, it'll work for you. Like you, Truck Sam, it might be something that you could put and take with you. And so when you stop on the side of the road, you throw your antenna up and boom, you're checking the weather, you're checking your news, you're watching internet TV, you're doing all the stuff, you're being a part of it.
Well, that's why I like my phone. I got an unlimited plan. I mean, literally, I have one of the old Verizon dating back to like 2009.
Gotcha.
And they tried to get me off of it. One time I was having problems and they tried to get me off of it. It's like, oh, we can't give you that plan back. And I said, it was your mess up. You fixed it. I want my plan back. I actually told them that I never said this before to any Verizon at all. I said, if you don't give it back, why should I stay with you? There's other companies out there that offer the same thing. Why should I stay with you if you're not going to give me back my plan that you messed up?
I've been on AT&T since the beginning because they were one of the first ones to do an iPhone plan and with the unlimited data. And I rock that every month. So
for sure.
Well, on average for me, I'm usually doing about 90 to 150 gigs a month through my phone.
You're way more than me.
Yeah, you're on the road a lot, so for sure you use your phone.
Well, I got everything tailored to like my GPS, then my TV.
Well, you hotspot off your phone.
Yeah, that's tethering.
Also, okay, so that's why you use the gigs. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you guys, when you're talking about 100 to 150 gigs of usage, do you guys have that kind of cut off with the high speed, or is it 150 high speed?
On my phone, they give me, I'm actually, because of how old my plan is, I'm only at 4G. But there's no governing off. There's no cap. They can't throttle me down like the newer plans do. Because when they came out with these new plans, I asked them, what's the difference between my old plan and this new plan? And they said, oh, if you're in a busy area with new plans, they can throttle you down and put you lower on the list. And I'm like, huh? Oh, no. I said, I'll stick to my new plan. Yeah. Okay, and they give you so much of 5G, then you get dropped down to 4G.
Okay.
So it's something where, the new plans, I'm like, okay, no. I'll just stick with my 4G. I'll be happy with that.
Okay. So if we go to, I've got a question for you guys. If we go to talking about cell phones at 5G, okay, or the Starlink, which one is more precious or more powerful? It would be the Starlink.
Yeah. Starlink would be more beneficial if you were experiencing a lack of bandwidth or lack of internet. So, I understand why he did it, why he's put all these satellites up to help benefit. Everybody should have some type of connectivity across the country, across the world.
Yeah.
Ukraine's got Starlink used with their war efforts and everything else that Elon gave to them. And I think it's beneficial. I just wish that the hardware cost was not so much for people when it started, so that anybody, even like myself, I'm locked into a broadband Comcast service where I could go and grab, Starlink as a backup, but I still got to pay $500 just to get started. And where I live, $500 is not $500 because they tax everything.
Yeah, well, you're like me.
The $500 startup. I remember when people were getting satellite internet, back in the day. I know you remember this, Evil. When people were getting satellite internet, it was $500 startup back then.
Oh yeah,
and this is in the 80s and 90s, which is many times more than what that would be today. So I still think his $500 startup is actually fairly reasonable for the equipment you receive.
Okay.
I might have to agree with you. I'm cheap. Okay, I'm super cheap. I'm a penny pincher. $500 to me to start up my internet. It's like, oh, just give me a modem and call it a day. But I mean, Comcast.
Then I learned a lot at this overlanding event, and I'll share this tip with the world. Is when you get your Starlink and you want to run it on your boat or your RV or whatever, make the provisions to convert to DC, because it has an AC power supply for the modem. But if you take your time and research it and get the correct DC to DC converter, you will save on your batteries.
Okay.
Ragnar said
HughesNet. I'm not a big fan. Absolutely terrible.
No.
Why is that?
Don't have the speeds. Don't have its service is not as good.
They don't have the technology. They don't. And the unfortunate part is HughesNet is still, I want to say, years away from having the access that Starlink has, the mobile capabilities of what Starlink has. Starlink, you can go anywhere, everywhere. Mm-hmm.
HughesNet is very popular in the Midwest because you can't get service in some of these small towns. You can't get service when you live, 40 minutes from town. Comcast is not going to come out and give you cable. It's going to be a HughesNet or some local provider that's giving you your 15 megs up and down.
Okay.
Well,
sure.
People must be buying it because it's cheaper than Starlink.
It is cheaper than Starlink, but you're also getting less than Starlink.
Garbage satellite internet provider been around for a long time. It is true.
But it's true that satellite has become obsolete. It's not what it is.
When I lived out in the country, I found the best internet provider I could get, and the best I could hope for was 5 to 15 up. X number of megs down. I think it was 10 or 20 megs down. And and that was if my transducer was pointed at the radio tower that was 5 miles from my house, and there was no storm or clouds or anything like that. So, I mean, it was very weather dependent. If it snowed, you might as well forget about service altogether. Yeah.
I remember that.
I know you remember that because there were times we'd be like, well, where's the guy? And I would send you a text message, snowstorm, no internet.
Yeah, I did remember losing a hockey match one night at my brother-in-law's who has satellite, and then it was a real snowstorm and everything went black out. Yeah. I go, yay!
Well, the only way you don't get cable out there is if you spend money on having put it out for you, and that could be ouch.
Yeah, but that's hundreds of thousands of dollars per mile to get it put out to you. It's not worth it.
Well,
and that's when you go with the HughesNet or a Starlink. I mean, you're either going to pay out the wazoo or you're going to pay $30 a month for something that's not as good.
Totally. But 100, you say 150. 100, you said 150. No, wait, $499 for that satellite, because I see
that's for the equipment, and then 150 a month.
What did he give as an equipment? It seems so small.
It's a dish, a router, some power supplies.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's worth it.
And 150 a month.
If you put it on your RV, you would be able to game, upload and download videos, send all your stuff, via Twitch or whatever platform. Because we're on a lot of platforms now, Verm. So can you list the platforms that we're on currently?
Yeah, I could list them all. So we're on Facebook, YouTube. Hi, everybody from YouTube. There's a couple of people on YouTube right now. Twitch, and my last one is X, because it used to be Twitter.
And I thought we're doing Apple Podcast And what's
yes, we have our, yeah, it's true. Our audio is Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So now you can see us. I mean, no, I start over. You can hear us on Apple and Spotify. We have our show, the Just Pure Talk Show.
And if you do go to one of those platforms, please like and subscribe because it helps us out a lot. And we really appreciate it.
And we were going to go there exactly, saying that for YouTube people, please join, ring that bell, and, give us a comment. Hey, people, you want some topics? You want us to talk about different topics? Just let it out. Let it out in chat and help us out there, because more the merrier. You know how it works, eh? You know how this media world works. So, yeah. Talking about media. Say it again?
I didn't mean to interrupt you. But Ragnar said that it's $120 for a home. What's the difference between the home and the RV version?
Well, the RV guys are mobile, so they charge them more because they're logging in different regions, causing sporadic load differences. Where
so
with a guy that's at home,
$30 difference.
Oh, it's $150 for Rome.
They're causing less of a load. It's a known load on the system. The guy that's got a home Starlink system is going to be logging into that node, where the guy that's on the roam could be logging in Texas one day and then LA the next day.
Okay. Yeah, it depends if he travels. Yeah, he brings up his stuff with it while he travels.
So there's going to be more users in LA versus in, some small town in Texas.
I thought maybe the equipment was different for the home versus
no, not really. It's the same equipment.
So this is almost as
Okay, it's not. It's a different satellite.
Well, it's a DC satellite system.
Yeah,
it's an AC satellite system that's got a DC converter, but they're basically the same technically.
One's actually there's Gen 1 and Gen 2. Gen 1 is a standard. It's bigger. It's older. It was bulky. They came out with a Gen 2 that's a sleeker version of the Starlink satellite that auto heats. So if you mount it on your house, this is the home stuff, right? You mount it on your house. If it snows, it actually auto heats up and melts the snow off of it, so you get a better signal. This is the reason why the cost is so much, because the technology has improved from generation 1 to generation 2. Generation 2, you have a lot more connectivity or mounting abilities that you can. And then the Gen 2 networking options are amazing. Instead of doing a modem, you get a modem router, obviously, the Starlink modem router. Then that same modem router is also part of their mesh system. So you just buy another one, and now you have a Wi-Fi mesh in your home, and you have a whole home coverage where you probably wouldn't have before. It's a really good system. I'm not sponsored by Starlink.
And if you're mobile, on Gen 2,
neither are we.
If you're mobile,
but if you want to sponsor us,
hold on, go ahead.
If you're mobile on the Gen 2 system, it can be powered by a USB-C cord.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do a solar panel into a 40 amp battery for, say, LiPo battery, you can power it in your vehicle almost indefinitely off a solar panel.
And Ragnar's right. If you do you get the mobile system, make sure you have the extra cables and stuff like that, because once you get it, it's very hard to get, the opportunity to get extra equipment. It gets really, really difficult because you're mobile. So unless you're going home, doing everything, driving out, doing mobile, then coming back home, order it, you may get stuck with missing pieces or not having a usability of it.
That's great.
Sorry, you see me looking over. I keep on looking at. I'm trying to plan for next week because I'm so excited that this time next week is going to be crab season, Dungeness crab season, and this is the reason why I bought a boat. So I look forward to it. So,
yeah. So okay. So you guys, I got a question for you guys because we're talking about technology here. Did you guys hear about that VPN? What's the damn? Because cable, they're trying to lose the cable companies to these little gadgets now that you could have TV for free TV
and stuff like that.
Is that a scam?
No,
you're talking about that you advertisements you see on like YouTube, where it's like, oh, you give that 300 channels and all that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, you got like that 5,000 channels because they could get the waves, and then you got like all these.
Scam. It's a scam.
So you say it's a scam?
Huh?
What's a scam?
It's called what is it called?
Hulu works great.
Oh, Hulu, yeah, Hulu works great.
Roku TV works great. Prime works great. So, what service are we talking as a scam?
He's talking about the devices. The device that you see advertised that, oh, we can give you 300 channels if you have this device.
It's called the Just Pure Talk, by the way, Squeakers. It's called Just Pure Talk.
Pure Talk.
Yeah.
And that's on Spotify?
Yeah.
What's our channel called on Spotify? Oh, okay.
That's it.
Just Pure Talk by Vermland Radio.
Just Pure Talk by Vermland. Thank you very much.
So, Squeakers, look up Vermland Radio on Spotify, and then you'll get Just Pure Talk. So when I was doing my podcast on Spotify, it was you looked up me as an artist as Evil D Child, or you looked up the podcast name. So that's how you do it.
Thank you very much, Hugh.
No problem.
You're our guidance. I'm looking through it.
Yeah, but I mean, I know what you're talking about, but it's a scam. It's like these devices that say, oh, yeah, if you plug this into your car, you'll get better fuel mileage. Scam.
Yeah. No, I know.
But these internet devices that allow you to get extra channels, not all of them are scams. I mean, Roku, Hulu, Netflix, and I'm sure there's more out there that I'm forgetting. All run on that types of platform. I mean, and you get what you pay for. So,
yeah, you do get what you pay for. I'll tell you like this: I cut the cord a long time ago. Right, I just have internet coming into my home, and I have a smart TV that has applications which you have to pay for. Now, granted, after you buy these subscriptions, you end up paying the same amount as it would be if you bought a cable box or got cable into your home.
I find it to be cheaper.
It does. For me, it's less. I have to deal with less commercials, less extra advertisements from the cable company, all these people to your branding and everything else. And then the DVR system on some of these cable boxes, they go out. You don't have to. With me, I can just pull up my show. Oh, I'm 5 episodes behind. Let me go 5 episodes back and watch and catch myself up. Like Netflix, Amazon Prime. I'm not sponsored by any of these guys, but they're good. They're good servicing. But like you were saying, there's a scam beforehand. A lot of these Fire Stick breakers, they're basically root breaking them. Back in the day, now it sounds so old. When cable TV just came out and they had the cable box and we all had the squiggly channels, we all know what squiggly channels we're talking about. There was people that are going in, putting a chip in your box, unlocking it, and unlocking all the channels.
Getting the card from your buddy that worked for.
Right, getting that card to work to open up the satellite channels. Yeah, that's the same thing that's what these chips are. I'm looking at one. It's called the IPTV service provider.
That's it, IPTV, and these are just jailbroken Fire Sticks. That's all it is. It's Amazon Fire Sticks. It's jailbroken, so you have access to all the channels. Half the channels that you have access to are like overseas channels that don't really matter. Like you don't understand them. You can't speak the language. And that's the same. Verm, you're multilingual. These are channels that you'll be like, what are they saying? And it's content that is, it might be the Home Shopping Network. Yeah. Type of content. So I mean, is it worth it? I personally, as a person who owns his own company and is in the technical field, I would say leave it alone. Because you run the risk of putting your data out there and then getting the device that's on your network now that could be corrupting and stealing your data. I wouldn't do it. No,
not at all. How legal is it? Because I remember like, is it don't be like when people downloaded music and everything else? Well, they don't come at you for that. that's another issue I'd be looking at. Would you get jail time? Cause it might be legal right now, but all of a sudden they can change the law, and next thing you know, you've got a problem.
No, but we got to make sure that we're, because we are a station and we are a podcast, so we're going to make sure that I don't want to support that. I'm just asking you the question about it, so that you're right. I should just make myself clear that we are not pushing for promoting it.
You're sideways, and you're frozen sideways.
But
now you're that way.
There's that whole grandfather technology law too, where if you have the device prior to them making it illegal, a lot of times it gets grandfathered in. Now, are you going to be able to get support? You're going to be able to get, all the stuff that you need to make it work correctly? Probably not.
And like me at home, I got my cable, but I'm not even using really anymore that much cable, because I got Disney Plus, I got Netflix, I got Prime, I got them all now. So I'm just like going, oh, this is a good series. Oh, there's another good series, and oh, hey, we have that new Star Wars thing going on. Oh, that so you're going like, I don't even use cable that much anymore. So I could cut off cable at all. Oh, someone's backing up.
No, I'm backing up to get into a door now. He finally called me.
Okay, so I'll let you back up. I want to. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. I mean, you won't, sir.
Okay, real quick. So I know we're not supporting the IPTV services, but I wanted to approach the subject of legality. All right.
Yeah.
I'm actually on one of the websites that tells you whether or not it's legal or not. And this is quoting this website. It's firesticktricks.com. There's a simple trick to identify whether IPTV provider is legal. If the app is available with the Amazon App Store, Google Play Store, Apple Store, any other official store app, it's going to be legal. Because these platforms don't allow illegal apps or illegal services.
And
now, mind you, a lot of people do put these services on there and wait to get caught. So there's still a little gray area in there. On the other hand, if they're not in these stores, if you can't find it on Amazon, you can't find it on Google Play Store or the Apple Store, it could be illegal. Don't use it. So I mean, anybody that's interested in this stuff or whatever, just common sense, basically. You want to take that risk, but you put all your technology at risk. This is coming from somebody who deals with virus protection, cybersecurity, identity theft, all on a day-to-day basis. I'm telling you, my professional opinion is be careful what you do. If you're willing to take the risk and you want to put yourself in that risk, go for it. Risk takers take risks. If not, you want to be safe and you don't want to see me or have to call me to fix your stuff or try to help save your identity, don't do it. Don't do the stupid stuff on the internet. It's that simple.
I love it. I love that advice. Yeah, and you're right. That's good.
Perfect.
So let's let people that way. I mean, it's simple. Yeah. Then you're gonna have to call up.
Also, you got to worry about the law too.
Yeah, exactly. And the law, because I've watched on Netflix. There's a series on Netflix on the music industry. They had that where at Shelby. It was in Shelby that it all started. The copying and having all these things. I know I just finished seeing the Netflix movie. It's really interesting to see how music became more free-ish versus what it is when it was in the past, when you had to buy a damn CD. So good. So we're going to take a couple of minutes here because we have Evil Child that's with us, and it's been a while I haven't seen Evil Child myself. I mean, once in a while he pops in our channel, but I mean, I haven't seen him for a while. So I want to take a little bit of that time and say, how's it been? And what are you doing now today? Because are you streaming? Are you gaming? Are you,
So unfortunately, I retired from streaming. And this is because I had family issues that I needed to take care of. Then during that time, I decided I was going to open up my own company. And so now I'm rocking my own company here in the Pacific Northwest, doing pretty well. And so I have no complaints there. Still learning how to be a business owner, which is really tough, but I'm doing my self-employed thing. Trying to keep people safe on the internet is really tough, and you end up getting calls all the time. taking care of my wives, my lovely wives, Squeakerton and Evil Vampy. We've been, on this adventure for a long time now, almost 13 plus years. So it's been good. But it's just been, I can't say it's been a struggle. It's been hard. You guys all know I'm an introvert. I like to be at home, and owning your own business forces you to be an extrovert and be able to handle people and have good customer service. He does amazing work and he takes time. I get a lot. I'm a 5-star rated technician in the Pacific Northwest with the company I use. The lead company I use is called Thumbtack, and I'm the top pro in the state, basically on this side of the state. And so I get a lot of work. I pride myself on taking the time to understand people's problems and trying to figure out their problems and trying to save them money. That's the biggest thing. So otherwise, my life is good, and I get to have these wonderful situations where I got DJ Akai coming to visit and come visit. And we get these adventures, and that right there is a blessing to me. And I truly feel like I'm blessed to have my family together. My people are here, and everybody is still here. We woke up this morning. That's a blessing. So
yeah, I'm the same as you, because I have a business myself, and I'm the same as you. The business is right here. So
there you go.
Exactly. Yeah, there we go. So we are two businessmen. So being a business, are you allowed? I'll give you that permission. Are you allowed to talk about your business? You go ahead if you want. Sell your salad.
Because of my strict policy when I came to streaming and things like that, I try to keep my streaming life and my business life and my personal life very separately. So for right now, because I don't want to go international and go big and huge, which I love that, but I want to keep it very separated. My business is very wide open, and there's a lot of personal information out there, my location, stuff like that. So I'm trying to keep that just separated for now, but I do appreciate the offer. And when I'm ready to do advertisements online and stuff, you guys are going to be the first people I come to.
Well, yeah, not a problem. I just wanted to give you that opportunity. It's like me. I mean, people know where I live.
Yeah, and that's until I move my office out of my home. I gotta wait for a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's good. I just wanted to give you that opportunity. I'm really glad, and say hi to everybody. I think they're all on
Everybody's here in the channel. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to have the opportunity to be one of your friends. That's oh God, I'm touched.
I look forward to getting you come down here. I think we all should just. So see me, I've been with Vern Land Radio. I've been with you guys for a long time. I help you guys get online, get streaming, get everything. And I love to just get all of us together and just go to dinner. Just everybody fly somewhere, and let's just go have dinner, sit and reminisce about when we first started, the other DJs that were here and have gone, all the different events that we've experienced together and apart. I'd love to do that.
Yeah, well, for people that are listening, I mean, Evil helped us out in building our Discord channel, and helped us out and give us some SKUs on the streaming, because we were starting to stream ourselves. Well, we are today, still streaming, and he was really there to support us and help us out and give all these ideas and bash our heads to understand everything that's going on. Yeah, I remember me and Akai going, okay, where are we going with this? Well, and today we're popular, so that's good.
That's great. I do know that it's getting late for me, and I have to step away. I got to go throw it out on the grill so that way I can cook some food for this huge gathering of people in my home. Yeah, look at it. He's looking forward to it. He's definitely looking forward to all the food I'm doing.
Well, anyways, we're finished. We're at that 99, 59. God, I can't say 99 loose balloons. 59. Oh, man. I'm trying to say 59. I'm saying 99. Can you believe it? Okay, so we're at that point. So you know what? We're going to close this up. We're already there, and I know he's trying to back up there. We can see him concentrating himself to back up. So, ladies and gents, thank you very much. I'm really happy to have Evil Child with us. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Then we got Truck Sam. That's backing up, like you can see. He's giving us a full experience of backing up a truck. And then we got a Kai that's with Evil Child.
Be back next week at the home base. So
yeah, at the home base, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
The next 2 weeks, I'm off to Leadville, and I'll be doing shows in Colorado.
Give your drill that you usually do.
Oh, please like and subscribe. Plus, smash those buttons. If you're on a different platform, please like and subscribe there. We really appreciate it. And if you find a kindness in your heart and you want to get some Vermland Radio swag, please go out to our website, vermlandradio.com, and buy something, and we'll be happy to have it shipped to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a nice one, everybody. See you next week.